Here we go.
Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to this CodeControl community event. I'm David, and we are going to talk about productivity and automation for hackers. So yes, I'm David. I'm working as a freelance React Native developer, and the thing is, during my free time, I'm trying to automate the world. And today's topic are gonna be the forgotten clipboard tool, how we do search, how we should do search in the 21st century, and how you can automate all your digital life. So I'm gonna start with why. The story is when I was at the university, I learned some basic computer science stuff, like Linux and Linux torvalds and Git and everything like that. And this guy called Eric Steven Raymond wrote a book about the cathedral and the bazaar, and it's how communities are building the Linux kernel totally organically. And he wrote an essay, and it's still available on the internet. And the thing is, it's still updated, which was like insane for me. It's like this regionally updated, like his plain HTML file, which nobody's gonna see it, but there is a lot of value on it because it gives some advice about how to become a hacker. And the number one advice who sticked on my head was no problem should ever have to be solved twice. So I wrote this book. I was like, it's an interesting idea. It was like 20 years ago. So one day, I was looking at a question on Google, and I asked how many times a human can stay focused on the task. And I found something, a great article on Wikipedia. It's called the attention span, and people can spend maximum 10 to 20 minutes on one task. And the thing is, you have for your whole day, you have something called your brain battery. Your creative brain are a limited resources, and you need to focus on time well spent. And that's why I automate all the boring stuff. And the way I worked, it's called batch-driven development. I organize everything in a different batch instead of constantly switching between different tasks, because at the end of the day, it takes less time to finish a block of work instead of constantly switching and getting back in force to your work. Yes, and one of my friends called me Captain Automation. So that's why I'm really involved into automating a lot of stuff. And you are not alone with that on this, because even Batman have his colleague to help you on this, and it's called Alfred. And that's why I'm going to talk today about a tool called Alfred app. It's only available on macOS, but you have some alternatives on Linux called Albert and on Windows called Box One. But I never tried them, so I'm not sure about if they are working exactly the same or not. So I have a question for you, Logan. How many times per day are you using the clipboard? Do you know?
Oh gosh, it's hard to say, but probably dozens of times a day.
Okay, yes. So exactly, I have some maths about it, and on my case, it's around 80 times a day. And I have a real life example. As a developer, I am coding on a website, and I read a lot of documentation, so I spend my time in copy and pasting stuff. And knock knock, sometimes it's calling me, oh, okay, I have a good bug for you, and you just lose the context, lose everything, because you're changing your tasks. So context switching is really ruining your productivity. And how the clipboard works in the 21st century is like you can copy only one thing at a time, and the information flows in only one direction, which looks like a tool from the Middle Age. So that's why I'm going to introduce you the first features of Alfred. It's called the clipboard history. So you open Alfred, you go on features, clipboard history, you keep your history, your text history for 3 months and your images for 24 hours. And how it works, you open Command, Option, and C, and you have access to all your history. So on my case, I can search for a text, and I am doing a lot of JavaScript, and in JavaScript you have something called map, and it drives me crazy to copy. Oh yes, I need to open Atom. Where is Atom? Okay. To copy and paste the content. Yes, great. So map. Okay. So this thing is just to display a list of different items, and it drives me crazy to constantly copy maps and blah, blah, blah. Sorry. So I have a copy paste history for 3 months about this. And you have the same with images. So if I screenshot something, whoop, oh no, I forgot. I need to send to the Slack the topic of the day. No worries. I can search for images. And here we go. That's the screenshot that I did like today at 11. And I can easily share. Oh, look. And I have a now some meme for the weekend. So that's fine. And it's my tax. And I just send my tax to my girlfriend. So it's fine. I can send it to my mother back. So anyways, you got the idea. And I have so 3 months of text history and 1 month of keyboard history, of image history. That was the first feature. So you have something else called Clipboard snippets. You go on features, snippets, you hit plus button, and you can add a new snippet. Here is my email. So you go here, all snippets, mail, and here is my Gmail account. So the thing is, every time I need to copy and paste it, I got all snippets, email, or I can type just Gmail, and boom, I can directly copy and paste Gmail. And yes, I have the same thing for my French tax number, because it drives me crazy when people are asking me, hey, David, what is your tax number? I don't know. I go on all snippets, curated. Okay, and boom, here is my tax number. And I'm working as a React Native developer. So I need to work with Apple Store and Google Play Store. And I have a thing called release. And when I do a release, here is, whoa, here is all the release note I need to fill. I can add, oh, this is a new feature, this improvement, we add this is fixed. You got the idea. I can like copy and paste a huge amount of text, repeatable amount of text. So it's going to be interesting now, because we have snippets with keywords. So when you create a snippet, you write down a snippet and you add your own keyword. And
hello, sorry I'm late, guys.
No worries, Tristan. It's fine.
I'm glad I'm making it though. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
So I was saying, yes, you can add a keyword on it. And don't forget to tick the box, automatically expand your snippets by keyboard. So now the magic happens. For example, if you want to go on this awesome website and subscribe for the mailing list, it takes like a huge amount of time to write your own email. So you can just bang DL to subscribe or bang DF and get an early access. And you just subscribe to the mailing list. Oh, yes, okay, there is error because it's already subscribed. But you get the idea, because typing this email drives me crazy. So each time I earn, I don't know, 1 second, but 1 second multiplied by the time I need to type it, definitely worth it to take like 10 seconds to create these small snippets. So I have another for onboarding. So the situation is, for example, I am on Slack and this guy, I am on this awesome Slack and this guy, David Leuliette, hey, do you have a website? Yes, sure. It's onboarding. No. Oh, so yes, it's being onboarding. And I share automatically a snippet of the full URL. So you can definitely add bit.ly on this or things like that. Okay. Now it's gonna be more fun because you can create snippets with variables. So the variables are time, date, and clipboard. So there is 2 exploits for that. There is a Tinder chat, but we are not going to see it today. I wrote an article about it. I'm not sure if it's still 100% working, but for LinkedIn, I am sure. So we are going to go on LinkedIn and check if the fish is good or not. So messaging, okay. I'm pretty sure I have, oh, look at that. Hey, how are you? Yes. So I am going to copy her name, write bang job, and send her an email. So what happened here is this. So I created a snippet, and on my snippet, I wrote down, hello, Clipboard. Thank you for contacting me. I'm working remotely as a freelancer. In terms of timeline, I am accepting new projects for date of the day plus 2 months. If you want to still keep contact, I share a funnel for my onboarding. So that's it. And this tool I'm using is like every time. And there is something else called the Clipboard merging. So I have a demo for this talk. I'm writing the content in pure Markdown. And the thing is I needed to import all these 4 different images. So what you can do is going back and forth, copy and paste, change, copy and paste, it's horrible. Or you can double tap C and merge the previous thing you copy into your clipboard. So here I copy and pasted 4 items and I paste all of them at once. So when you are reading a huge report and you want to copy different sentences, or you need to extract some content from a really huge article, you can use this technique. And that was it for the clipboard. How do you find it, Logan?
Very cool. Yeah, I definitely need to download this app.
Yes. So that was just for the clipboard history. And to be honest, if you are kind of marketing / QA / sales guy, it's going to save you a huge amount of time. But that's just the beginning. So now we are going to talk about the search. And hi, this is my sister, by the way. And my sister is a millennial, and I am a librarian. So the difference between these two kinds of people are this. Because it's her laptop, and it looks like that. So I was like, her desktop on her laptop. And I was like, why are you not organizing your files in folders? Come on, it's like a huge chaos. How can you work in that? It's horrible. Look at that. It's my folder. Everything is well organized. I have a workspace folder with all my different clients / projects, and it's working. And I can easily find where I am putting my content. And my sister answered to me, I'm not losing my time in organizing files. I have a search bar. I was like, oh, okay, so you are using the search bar on the Windows tab every time you are looking for something. So, yes, it's fine. And I was like, In fact, it's the same because every day I'm using Google for searching stuff. So I was like, what if you can have the Google search, but for the operating system? On macOS, we have a tool called Spotlight. You can open this with command and space. And yes, but I can't see it because I disabled it. But it's like super slow. And here is an example. I'm looking for the keyboard. So on the top, on the bottom is Alfred, and on the top it's the native tool. And the thing of Alfred is like super fast. So I need, and we need, Spotlight on steroids. So when you open Alfred, you can just deactivate the native shortcut and use the same shortcut like command and space. And of course, you need to add some permission on it because now these days macOS is asking a lot of stuff to have access to all your folders, had accessibility and things like that. And by the way, did you notice the best pro tip for the keyboard ever? It's how you are going to be like super fast. You go on the keyboard and go on the key repeat fast and the delay short. And here is an example. I'm already at the end of the line and you are still on the third character. So that was a pro tip. So back to Alfred. It's simple. You open this with open and space, and I can search unicorn on Wikipedia. Oh, it's opening my other browser. Whoops. So I just opened Firefox and search unicorn, and I can search unicorn on Amazon. So that was super fast. Oh, look at that. Look at this beautiful top color unicorn female stuff. Awesome. So that was for basic search. But you can add all the search that you want. So for example, unicorn on YouTube. The internet is slow. Oh, look at that. I can watch awesome videos of unicorn. That's fine. You can even check what is your nearest unicorn on Google Maps. And I'm pretty sure. So, yes, pro tip. So look at what I've done. If I type maps, look for React. I don't. Oh, yeah, it's working. So I am the first guy on React with 35 reviews with 5-star from my hometown. So you can do the same for all the different things, freelancing or whatever. And because at the end of the day, you want to look for a film about unicorn. And you can just perform a search like this and have access to all the unicorn film from IMDb. Okay. Oh, there really is a movie called Unicorn. Damn it. Okay. So that was for the search. For on the internet, the thing is you can define your own custom search on your computer. So the workflow is on the normal situation. You open the Finder, you go on iCloud, I think it's iCloud. Where is it? MindNode. Okay, MindNode. And if I want to open my Bitcoin MindNode, it takes a huge amount of time. Or I can do React. It's gonna automatically search all my MindNode files on okay, across my entire laptop. So the thing is, you can define the same for, I don't know, spreadsheet or accounting, and look for only a specific folder and open only a specific side sheet. To be honest, depending on your usage. But the thing is, I'm using this every time to quickly copy and paste reference, add the new links, and things like that. And you can do this for all different type of files. So that was it for the search. And now it's going to be funny with the workflows. Because the workflow, whoop, no. Whoa. I almost closed the recording. Okay, it's fine. Yes, but first, I need to drink a little bit of water. So here is a little animation, slow motion, cat drinking. By the way, do you like cats?
Love them.
In my case, I prefer
No,
dogs.
we don't. Dogs.
Yeah, I prefer dogs. Why? Because they fetch. Come on. And we need dogs. I have a real life example. I'm writing a lot of different articles on my website. And one of my friends, he's a wannabe developer, and he was looking for information about Sublime Text. Okay, I can ask my dog, go for search Sublime Text. So what happened here? I am looking on my website into all the articles about Sublime Text, and I can quickly share it with him. Because I never remember where I put my message. I'm not going to check on the website, click on everything. It's horrible. Yes, we already done the demo. So how it's working to create a simple workflow, you open Alfred, you create a workflow, you wrote a name, put a little animation, image, sorry, and you trigger a keyword. So the keyword in this case, it's Elliot, but I put dog, so it's up to you. And after that, every time you are typing dog, you are going to open a web browser on your search. Okay. So we are going to do it. Here I open Alfred. Where is my dog? Dog here. Okay. So the keyword is dog. Okay. With a space. It takes an argument because I need dog for something. And when I hit the keyword, I take the query. I am performing a Google search on my website. And I open this with my default browser. Okay, makes sense. So that was like a really basic introduction about about the workflow. And you have workflows for everything. So most of them are for developers, but you can search for other as well. So a little demo, I can search for npm react GND, drag and drop, beautiful drag and drop, looks better. Instead of, because it takes a lot of time to go on internet, search information on npm, it's horrible. And npm are registry of all the JavaScript package. So if I am a Ruby developer, I can do the same for gems and for form. Simple form, okay, because I like simple things. So I'm automatically on the website and I can check the documentation, what is the last version and so on. Okay, and you have the same for X. X is for Elixir package. So you have like this for all the different package management on the earth. I have, so I'm using GitHub as the main thing for everything. But going on GitHub is like a little bit painful. So for example, if I want to, if I want to go on all my talks repository, I can just hit gh talk. And if I need to go on, I don't know, the content, the code control repository. Do you have something on code control? I don't know if it's public or not. Ah, it doesn't seem public. So.
I think it's because you misspelled the code, COC, CODE.
Oh, yes, sorry, code control. So search. Oh, yes, but the thing is, yeah. Anyways, you get the idea. Depending what you want to search. If you don't know what you search, it's like browsing on Amazon. It's a horrible experience. And the thing is, you have the same for my pull request. So basically, that's what I am working on it. I'm working on my pull request, and you can see here, I'm working with day, and I changed routing for the active class name, and this guy needs to read it, to accept it. So it's better to do this instead of going on the website. Pull request. Ah, yes, it's here. Pull request. It's like 3 clicks. It's horrible. It takes too much time. So I have the same when I'm looking for icons with font awesome or material design icons. So I can quickly open this. Okay. So the way you define an image, it's like font awesome dot fa dash arrow right, but I'm not sure if it's this one or not. So I can just do fa right. Ah, okay. I need the caret and not the icon right, and it's automatically copy and pasting this instead of going here, font awesome, loading the website, waiting, right, enter, takes ages. Ah, okay, right. So now I can have access to the documentation. No, it's not right, it's caret. Where is the caret? I don't remember. Anyways, because with that, when I am coding, I don't lose the context of like coding stuff. Like, okay, here is my map, and here I need an icon. Oh, what is the icon? User. Ah, okay. Okay, I don't go on the internet and I don't miss the content. And one interesting feature I found yesterday, it was like you can use Alfred to search on Alfred. So maps. Okay, so it's gonna open features, web, and if you, for some reason, you want to use Apple Maps, instead of Google Maps, you can just enable or disable it. Okay. So now we need to talk about how it is to being a developer in the 21st century. It's mainly copy and pasting stuff from Stack Overflow. So personally, I use MDN. It's a website, but I use another tool called Dash. And it's what is Dash? It's an application and where you can download offline all the documentations. So you can download, yes, documentation about everything that you are using. So that's great, but you can add Alfred on it. So the thing is, when you add Dash, for example, I look at the documentation for a string on Ruby. Okay, so that's how the string works in Ruby. So that's great. And the thing is, you can define your own snippet for performing search. So I'm looking for documentation about the Bootstrap grid. Button is better. So Bootstrap is a framework used on the web. Okay, so the buttons are working like this. Great. I can just copy and paste on my application. I have the same for Lodash, like group. Lodash is a JavaScript utility to do magical stuff. So, okay, so how the group by works. It's working like this. You have the collection. Okay, I can just copy and paste it. And I have the same, of course, for React Native, like touchable highlight. How works touchable highlight? Okay, it's like this. I need to copy and paste. Here is a plot. Oh, stop. And I have another thing. I am using like 3 different browsers in the meantime. So when I hit mail, this browser is Google Chrome, and it's using my working email. Where is Google Chrome? Google Chrome is here. Okay, great. Because I'm signed in with a particular account. And if I use Inbox, I'm using this browser. So it's Google Chrome Canary and not Google Chrome. And with this account, I'm signed in with this account. And on this browser, I'm signed in on another account. And I have the same for iOS and Android because I have different clients. So every time I need to ship an app to different clients, I'm using, for example, Android, okay. Because I'm signed in on Safari with my third client, sign in on my Gmail account, sorry, and with a particular email, and have access to a particular Play Store. And that's it. So you can see different information about all the different applications. And if you need to do that in one browser, it's like horrible and take a huge amount of time. And now I have another real life example. It's still a workflow. So you are reading this awesome case study about user onboarding academy. It looks nice, but I know how these guys are working. They're going to send me like a huge ton of email after that. I just want to download the PDF. Okay, it's fine. You can use a temporary email and enroll now and download enroll now. Waiting. It's probably because I have this. Oh, I need to reload the page. So what TMP is doing is like creating a new email for you on Guerilla email. They changed it. Okay, it's not working anymore on this particular website, but it's working on plenty of other on different websites. But the thing is, you instead of Guerrilla email, you can take, I don't know, Pronto Mail or whatever. You can take a different temporary inbox. So that was this workflow. I have another example called pull request on Heroku. So I need to open a pull request because I need to test my different pull requests. And now this is gonna automatically open this particular URL and copy and paste Bart to my Clipboard history, and I can just sign in quickly as Bart. So the way it's working is workflow PR pull request. Okay. So the keyword is PR. It takes an argument, and I open this particular browser with the query, and I copy this to my clipboard, and I send me a notification. Okay. So that was that's a workflow with 3 different steps. Yes, and if for some reason you have a process called kill, so for some reason if you want to kill Google, yeah, I'm not going to kill Google Chrome now, but I don't know if for some reason you have like you can kill my node. Okay, so I just kill my node quickly, really easy. And that was it for the introduction about the workflow. And now a little automation that makes me happy. So how you can use the search. For example, one client sends you, you need to send him, sorry, your banking information. It's fine. And that's it. I like find it in like 1 second, and I can easily drag and drop it. Or if you need to open your download folder, it's the same. Boom, you download your folder, you just downloaded that. Okay, perfect. And so you can type a comma, or you can double type on space. Yes, I need to send an email to Kevin. Sorry, I forgot that. No, email, yes. Kevin, okay. Because Alfred knows is associated with a contact beer Saturday. And boom, I can send him an email directly because Alfred have access to my contacts and he knows all the information. So for example, when I need to type my address, I always go here and copy and paste it here because I never remember what my complete address is. And yes, last time we talked a little bit about Zapier. It's a web platform where you can connect all the different APIs. And it's a tool what I like a lot. And the thing you can use Alfred with Zapier to automate your automations. So here is a scenario. When you have a newcomer on your company, I wrote an entire article about it on LinkedIn if you want to check it out. The scenario is you send an email to your new employee. This employee complete a type form, and with the type form is automatically added to your internal MailChimp newsletter, send an invitation to Slack, Pivotal, Pipedrive, whatever. So you can create a Zap and like Zap email at example.fr, and boom, you are going to use a webhook to send an email directly. And yes, so I have one hack for that. Every time you get a business card, you never send them an email or things like that. But you can do it with Alfred and Zapier. And for example, you can write an email, hey, thank you for encountering. No, I took your business card last week and I sending in an email for catching up or blah, 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 whatever. So you can do it with easily with triggering Zapier and Alfred. And this one is like awesome. I'm going to add it. I found it yesterday. So you have access to the clipboard and you have access to the image. So you can create a Zap called receipt to send your receipt to Airtable, and your accountant can have it directly, because it's like a huge pain to all the time sending a PDF or an image, or I have it on email, or horrible. You can just screenshot it, write receipt, and boom, it's done. Yes, and if you are interested in that, we gave a talk about this, how to automate your Airtable leads a couple of months ago, I think. I don't remember. Yes, sorry, I have a to-do. I need to edit the talk. So sorry about it. I'm super confused. I'm giving this talk, but it's already done. So I can save it. Okay. I close this. G update talk. Okay. And if you go on GitHub, it's already updated. Great. It took me like I forgot to add the sun here. Sometimes I add a little sun here. So the code control talk is already done. So what back a little bit. Oh, I need to explain. So what happened here? What happened? A lot of stuff. First, I need to open Alfred. I have a workflow called talks. Okay. So if I open the keyword talk, if I write the keyword talk, I open the terminal, go on this specific folder, and open Sublime Text, this particular file on, so this particular file, sorry, the local readme on Sublime Text. So after that, it's my own workflow because I'm using this not all the time, but sometimes. So I automated it because like now it's super fast to edit something. And it's not over. If you are a fan of Harry Potter, instead of like using commands like restart or logout, you can define your own command system and use delete reuse to empty your trash, or this guy is using, I don't know, I'm not into Harry Potter, so I don't really know, like lang lock to instead of lock, or renovate instead of restart. To me, I'm just using SD to go to sleep because it's super fast to type. So now a little bit of pro tips. Automation, you need to, it's like a child. Don't assume your automation is gonna live forever because sometimes it breaks for no particular reason. Especially if you are using Zapier, be careful of using infinite loops because you can trigger Twitter, who is gonna trigger Facebook, who is gonna trigger Twitter, and so on. So remember, your time is limited, is a valuable resource, so you need to focus on time well spent, and you can automate the boring stuff. So that was my talk. I'm Flexbox, and here is, if you want to check out the slides, are available here. I'm available for a question if you want.